The Steam Next Fest is currently running, allowing Steam users to demo a bunch of upcoming indie games. Today we'll be jumping in and checking out 4 great games from a variety of genres. Since these games are on Steam, hopefully all of them will run great on the Steam Deck when they officially release. All of the games shown here are demoable till June 20th of this year, so check them out while you can. The first game we're checking out today is Metal Hellsinger. This game is like if you smash Guitar Hero and Doom together. It features an awesome metal soundtrack that is sure to make every play session a treat. While I'm not the biggest fan of metal music, there's no denying it fits perfectly into this game, just like Doom Eternal. When you shoot your guns and use your sword, you will be rewarded for doing so on the beat to the music. At the top of the screen there's a multiplier. This multiplier will build for hitting enemies on good or perfect notes. As the multiplier builds, the intensity of the music will raise till eventually you hit a 16 times multiplier and the vocals to the track kick in. In the demo alone there's a good variety of weapons that are all fun to use and have unique ultimate abilities. These ultimate abilities are activated once you build the meter up, and then you can right click and use them. Using these abilities is a blast as it makes your character feel very powerful. You can nearly wipe out a whole screen of enemies with the shotgun ultimate. It's really fun. The visuals and presentation of this game are awesome and work great with the soundtrack, really invoking a hellish theme. One interesting aspect is the main character sounds a bit like a grizzled cowboy despite the fact that they're a demon. Oh.
We didn't need words. We understood each other without them. Guess it sounds like love at first sight, don't it?
Overall, I'm extremely impressed with this game and I cannot wait to play more. I think there's another rhythm game, like a rhythm-based FPS game called BPM that's already out, and I might have to go check this one out now. Up next we have a roguelike golf game called Curse to Golf. This game has great pixel art graphics that give me a Nintendo vibe and a catchy soundtrack to go along with it. The game has a pretty nice tutorial that makes the game's systems easy to understand. I think a 2D roguelike just like this is perfect for the Steam Deck as it'll run great on there and you will get great battery life to go along with it. Gameplay wise, you have 3 different types of clubs you can use to get around the course. As you golf, the game will count down the number of strokes you have left. You can get more strokes by breaking specific statues. Silver will give you 2 more strokes and gold will give you 4 more. To spice things up a bit, there are some course hazards and other interactables on the map. Another fun mechanic comes in the form of ability cards that have a variety of functions, such as giving you more shots or giving you a specific power for a shot. These cards last between holes, so you need to be a bit careful about when you use them to maximize their efficacy. The goal of the game is to make it through 18 holes. While moving from hole to hole, you will accumulate money that you can use at shops to buy more ability cards, and pick what path you want to go down as you make your way to the end. Overall, this is a really cute indie game, and it's a great roguelike game for fans of golf. This next one is the game I'm looking forward to the most, and that's Cult of the Lamb. Out of all the games I've played today, this is the one that really hooked me. Just for my 20-minute play session, I'm hooked on it and need more. This game has a great visual style that I'd say is reminiscent of Don't Starve, but I actually prefer it here. The animations are really satisfying when you hit other characters. This game has a really cool soundtrack that's pretty unique, and I just really enjoyed listening to it the whole time. It really fits this game. Combat is somewhat similar to a game like Hades, where you can roll, attack, and you have a special. You can grab different weapons here, and there's also different range attacks. The demo is pretty short, so I didn't get to see a ton, but I'm really encouraged from what I've seen so far. Combat in this game feels really nice, with the camera moving around and shaking and kind of stopping for a second when you make contact with enemies with your weapon. It really gives you a connected feel to hitting something. This game also has some pretty interesting base building mechanics, where you convert enemies that you find out in the world into cultists that will work for you. And once you have them in your base, you can actually build structures too that they can maintain and gather resources for. So I didn't get to see a ton of this in the demo, but it seems like a pretty cool system. It even seems like you can sacrifice some of your cultists. Out of all the demos I played today, this was the shortest but the sweetest, and I'm hooked on this game. I'm really looking forward to it coming out. The last game we're checking out today is Potion Permit, and my girlfriend actually played this one here. She left me some notes on the game. The game kind of has a Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley vibe to it, with the twist that you're a chemist that brews potions. You use these potions to heal villagers in the town. In order to brew these potions, you need to go out and gather the necessary resources. While you're out, you might encounter some enemies. There's some combat mechanics including attacking and rolling, but there's not much more combat systems in the demo. You are able to customize your player character, but unfortunately you can't customize the dog that follows you around. Emotions for characters are displayed above their head using emojis, which is nice to convey you how they feel. You can probably tell from the gameplay here, but the art style of the game is very charming, and so far in the demo the dialogue seemed pretty decent. For the most part, the music's pretty mellow, with mostly ambient tracks. In conclusion, if you like games like Harvest Moon or Stardew Valley, this one should be right up your alley, and my girlfriend's looking forward to playing it later this year. Overall, this current Steam Next Fest is a banger, and I definitely recommend you check it out. There's a ton of indie games that I didn't even see today, but just from what I played today, I'm already looking forward to quite a few of the ones here. If you're curious about the new PlayStation Plus service, check out my other video to see how the classic games over there run. Otherwise, like this video and subscribe. Thanks for watching.